Happy Wednesday, intentional people. I hope you're good. Get this conversation going. I've undone my hair, so it's looking all wavy. Feeling very impressed. I'm gonna see if I can put the phone in the stand, although the stand is not attached like this. We'll see. Hey, Jen.
Good evening.
I am trying to ting.
Oh,
Oh, we might be okay. Yes. Good evening, people.
good evening, people.
I hope everyone's good today. It is Wednesday. It's hump day.
Oh my gosh, yeah, this week has gone quite quickly.
It is. And I'm glad. I feel tired. I'm ready for the weekend already. I can't even lie.
Oh yeah, me too. I haven't even done the full week, but yeah, I totally get that. Yeah, I feel really tired today as well. Hey ho, hey ho. That's good. Let me just get. Oh, where's my notebook? Go on, give me 1 second. Let me just get my. Oh, just open my notebook. Oh. Okay. Hey, lovely to be here. I haven't been here for a few weeks, so it feels.
Oh, look. You know what? I was looking for my to-do list from last week everywhere. And I was like, I'm sure I put it in something so that I can't find it. And where was it? Inside the
Oh, yeah,
workbook.
inside the
So,
workbook in the
at least it's
safe
good anyway,
place.
because it means that I can work out what I need to do.
To
See what I
do,
did
that's a
there?
little,
See what I
that's a
did
little,
there? See what I did
little,
there?
that's very good, that. Very, very good,
I
that.
need to do this week that I didn't finish last week. So,
Good stuff.
all right. So today, welcome to Making a SAVI Shift. We are talking about the final stage of the shift today, which is do. For those of you that are not aware, the SAVI stands for self-aware, authentic, valuing, and intentional. And it basically helps you to go from your personal awareness, so knowing who you are as a human being, and that being the cornerstone of personal and professional excellence. So we have been showing you how to go through and make the SAVI shift through the 5 stages, which all begin with D. The first one being decide, make a decision. What do you want? What do you want? What are you going to go and do? What have you been putting off? What are you jealous of? All of those good things. So what is the decision that you need to make? The second one is discover. So this is when you're discovering all about you as a human being, your values, your identities, your communication style, your behavior style, your narratives, which I know Jen did a session earlier today about narratives and your story and all of that good stuff, but kind of just knowing about yourself, leading with your power, understanding your goods, your bads, your lefts, your rights, your indifference, your strengths, your not so strengths, your talents, your not talents, and coming together and having a narrative and a brand that you can say with your chest. And that goes along with being very self-aware and authentic, because we know that those 2 characteristics are very key to all successful people. They know, where you're great and not so much. So the discover phase is all about understanding and appreciating yourself. The dream phase is all about what is possible. Like, if money, time, and nobody else's needs or opinions mattered, what do you want to do? What experiences do you want to have? So, when we're kids, we can dream and create all of these imaginative worlds. And I had my niece here the other day, and she was telling me about all of this stuff. She's into this Roblox thing and all sorts, and she was creating towers that had balls and all sorts of stuff in, right? She's just dreaming. She's 7. She's dreaming. She's not been kind of piled down with, oh, this is what you should do. This is what society says you should do. This is what community says you should do. This is what religion says you should do. This is what, life, people, family, whoever, ourselves say what we should do. which then limits what we think we can do, or we should do, or we want, or
Mm-hmm.
that we're worthy of. So that's the dream phase. And then the design phase is where we're like, all right, so these are the dreams. This is who I am. How do I design my life according to 10 different areas of your life? So it's very holistic. It's about bringing those other people in, because in dream, you're not even worried about nobody else. You're
Mm-hmm.
just thinking
Just
about
you.
yourself.
Mm.
But we know that you don't live by yourself you live in a system. So it's about bringing all of those things together and designing what you want your life to look like. So you designed your life, all good. Beautiful piece of paper that says, yeah, I want this and I'm going to do that and I've designed it in that way and this is why and blah, blah, blah. It's all good.
And then,
You got to do
what
something
you
about it,
gonna do about it?
y'all. So you've gone from the period of kind of creating and designing. If you're anything like me, I love a plan, love a to-do list, love a plan. And it's like you're perfecting the plan
Yeah.
and the plan is planning and you're then still perfecting the plan because you're like, right, this is what blah, 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 blah needs to look like. But are we doing anything?
Friday.
Are you doing anything? So this is the part where we do. It's about execution, getting it done. So yeah, that's what we're talking about today, is do. So last week, Katrina and I were talking about the do phase. And please, people, if you want this workbook, you're only going to have access to this until Sunday.
Oh, get it, get it, get
So
it.
if you want it, comment workbook, whenever you're watching
Oh,
this. If you're watching it on a replay, in the
very good.
comments or DM me. Me, not Social Work Discovery or the One Thing Tribe. It has to come to me because that's where the automation is set up. But DM me and this, you'll get the link to be able to download this. It will take all of about 2 minutes. You just need to put your name and email address in, and it will be sent to you automatically.
It's so valuable. My
But
gosh, that's amazing.
only until Sunday. That's it.
Amazing.
Then it's gone. Then it's
Go.
paid. You gotta pay money for it.
Wow.
So,
So generous.
last week we were talking about the do phase, and if you remember, go back and watch it if you fancy to. But last week we were talking about do, and do has 3 parts. So you've got plan. We love a plan.
I love a plan.
The
Personal
next
development
part
plan.
is execute. Execute, execute, execute. And then we have accountability. So, yeah, 3 parts of do. So Jen, let's hear from you. I know uh, Katrina and I were talking about this last week. But yeah, what does do look like for
Yeah.
you? Can we
So,
relate it
this,
to our one thing as well? Maybe we should do that. That'd be quite fun.
well, we could relate to one thing because I have been doing on my one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so, again, just to bring for those of you who are not familiar, at the beginning of this year, January, my gosh, we put out a challenge, a one thing challenge to do one thing, focus on one thing that you really want to be able to celebrate and achieve by the end of the year. So my one thing was around decluttering, and I've been doing bits of it throughout the year. However, at the weekend, when we look at today's focus, accountability, I had that support and that guidance, and it has just been the best week. It really has been amazing. I came home today and I got my wardrobe doors put on, and to give you some context, so with the do, there's different things in terms of accountability. For me, this was family and friends, and one of the things that I've really learned through the last year is that actually those people that really show up for you, it has been so interesting looking at people that you think are going to show up for you don't show up for you, and those that you never thought would are there for you. And certainly at the weekend, my brother-in-law came over, and he was. I've had a plan to declutter. The room that I'm sitting in now is my office, which hasn't been my office. And at the weekend, he came over and said, "Come on, we'll move your desk over." And I was like, "No, no, no, don't do it yet, because I've got other plans to do today." And da, da, da. He went, "Jen, let's just do it. Let's just do it." And held me to account, moved my desk, and I had bits of paper everywhere, and still got a few boxes of paper in. Moved my desk into my room, and I'm absolutely delighted. You can just see I've got, my mum at the background and all my lovely. I haven't sat in this room for over a year, about a year and a half. I haven't sat in front of my computer like this, so it just feels so wonderful. And then I came back today, and he's put my wardrobe doors on. So I guess the key thing that I'm saying here really is how important, in that doing, that you don't try and do it all yourself. Quite often I speak for myself. Quite often, one is I try to do it myself. Two is I'm not very good at asking for help, and three is sometimes I ask for help and they don't do, and I just think, you know what, I might have just got on with it myself, really. But
Mm.
it's important that I mean, sometimes that does happen, but you must still ask for help. Don't, there are people out there who will always be out there to help you, and it's really important that you do that, and that you ask for that help. I guess the other key thing with the do stage in terms of that accountability, as well as your family and friends, it is, that mentor, that coach, that is going to help you as well. So myself, Nadia, Katrina, we are all coaches, and again, I would say particularly black global majority people, we don't often ask for coaches. We don't get coaches. And a coach or a mentor or a good manager, absolutely crucial in holding you accountable and helping you to achieve your goals. I've just last sort of maybe 3 months got myself a coach, and they've really been amazing, helping me see some of those blind spots. I'm a coach myself, but actually it's been really interesting that I've been a sort of do as I say, not as I do type of coach. So actually, they've really, really, really held me accountable. So again, I think that is, that's absolutely vital as well in terms of that accountability. And of course, you can't forget that council of elders, that network of people that know you really, really well. So you've got your family and your friends, but there's also that council of elders, and that's made up of people who might have known you over the years. I certainly have, when I can sort of call on some of those those wise people that you've got in your life. So there are other people that I think really, really helpful in terms of holding you accountable as well. Um, and I suppose for some of us, we have that higher power, that higher being, knowing that actually, for me, certainly after losing mum, I know that there's that higher power there, that I hear her. I can hear her. She tells me to get on with things and stop deliberating, etc., etc. Again, it might be through prayer, meditation, journaling. How do you tap into that other part of yourself as well? So that's some of those key reflections for you to think about in terms of accountability. But you can't. One thing that I've learned, and I've, like Nadine, plans, and even just sitting here, I can pick up a book and I can see plans in here from, 5, 10 years ago. And one thing that I know when I wasn't achieving my plan, one was the intention, but two was I didn't have the accountability. In terms of us sitting here today, Nadine and I, we're here, obviously we're very intentional people, but also because we hold each other to account. And it's absolutely key. When you've got that person that you can trust, and you know that they're telling you that out of a place of love, it really, really, really is mine. It just changes your life. So let me take a little pause there. Let me take a little pause. Anybody watching that wants to comment on anything that you heard just now, and whether you can, whether any of it sort of, you agree with it, or any comments at all from anybody.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, I think there's definitely something. One of the things that I would say that you've kind of missed out, Jen, is yourself.
Yes.
And so, yes, it's important. I guess if I was to kind of put those things in order that you mentioned, right? I think for me, and this is me personally, other people may feel like this is different.
Yeah.
The order I would probably put it in is like your higher being, your higher
Mm,
power, maybe the first kind of person that you feel like you're accountable to,
mm,
then yourself.
yes.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
yourself now, or actually for me, more importantly, my future self.
Mm,
So I see myself as my future self, and I have an absolutely phenomenal book called Be Your Future Self Now. And this book definitely has helped me to think about perfectionism a bit differently because it talks to, I mean, there's so many kind of nuggets from this book and gems from this book, but it talks, and I'm sure I've spoken about this book before on these lives, but it talks about there's actually no point in trying to be perfect of yourself now because you're going to grow and develop. So
mm,
actually, you may as well fail at your future self rather than try and perfect your current self, if that makes any sense. So I'm a bit like, okay, well, when I
mm,
think about what's perfect for me now, later on is not going to be necessarily perfect. So I'll give you an example, right? Yes, well, I have been working in the background on Social Work Discovery's chief AI avatar, right? And I've been working on this avatar, Kaya, for ever, it feels like, since I connected with the amazing Danielle on Purposeful Safeguarding. um, Kaya has been born in the background. And yesterday I created the first video of Kaya and I was like, I'm putting it out. And it's interesting because I was having a conversation with Danielle and I sent her the video and I was just like, I got the first video of Kaya, I'm putting it out, right? And yeah, there were things wrong with the video. I'm not going to necessarily tell you what they were because one, you probably don't even notice. Two, because they're not that deep. And actually, I already know this first video of Kaya is absolutely going to be shit compared to the version of Kaya that's going to be in a year's time. So actually, but I've just got to start and make it look shit. It doesn't look shit. She looks fire. Don't get me
mm,
wrong. But compared to what I know she's going to look like in the future, this is going to feel really basic. And that's okay. So it's not about being perfect now for me. It's not about being perfect now. It's about failing forward as your future self, like failing to get there. So, so that's an example about just kind of trying to not be perfect, but actually embodying your future self, whatever that means for you. And the whole process of the savvy phases is about, it's very idiosyncratic, right? So it's all about you. There isn't the way. There
mm,
isn't,
mm,
oh, yeah,
mm,
you have to do it this way because it works for me, so it's going to work for you. No, you have to do the work
mm,
for you. What I may have a view on, you may have a different view on. I may want to go left, you may want to go right and then left. I may want to go up, you may want to go, no, I don't want to go up. I want to go continue this level, maybe go down a bit, maybe go to the side. And that is perfectly okay. There is something very beautiful about understanding this thing called life, which is about, just knowing that
mm,
life is a game. Like the whole the kind of thing of, all right, I'm gonna play this game called life, but actually I'm gonna play it my way because that's what makes you authentic. That's
mm,
what makes you self-aware. That is what is gonna make you value yourself wholeheartedly, lovingly, when you're able to be like, you know what, this is me, this is my way, and this is how I'm gonna roll. And there is so much confidence that you can have with that,
100%.
knowing that
Oh, what's happened? Hi.
there's going to be areas where you are absolutely epic, and knowing that it's all right to stay in your lane of genius because then you can get other people whose lanes of genius are different to you, and then you can come
Mm,
together and it's amazing.
mm,
So I would definitely say your optimist self, working towards that is definitely one of the things that can help you to be accountable, and knowing that whatever it is in the future looks like, you have everything in you right now to get there.
mm,
100%. And then the family and friends, absolutely. Um, those who are going to hold you to account. But I also kind of also do have like a bit of a caveat that, you know, sometimes people want to help us. They want to be safe and they want to help us to be safe as well. So you may get things that may be perceived as negative
Mm.
or what's the word? What's that phrase that people say, the enemy of progress? You may get that as well. And at best, it's coming from an absolute place of love and they want to keep you safe.
Mm.
At worst, they're hating on you. We don't want to think it is that. But there's something about also going after what you want, respecting the views, but also going after what you want as well. Um, then those people that you're invested in, so your coaches, your mentors, like Jen said, for me, I need a coach that I'm scared of, 100%. I don't have a coach right now, and I know I need one. Not that I want one, I need one, because there's definitely things that, yes, I am executing, but I feel like I need some accountability. Um, and then your council of elders, as Jen said. So who are those people that are wise and you respect and maybe have done what you're trying to do or have just lived life and they've got all of these nuggets and things like that. So yeah, I'm absolutely just repeated everything that Jen said, just from Nadine's point of view. And that's absolutely fine as well because I have a different way that my brain works. I thought actually this is the order that it probably goes in
No,
for
yeah,
me.
yes,
Jen
yeah.
mentioned about a context that came up for her that was live around family and started there. And both are fine. Not one is
Mm.
better than the other. They're both fine and they're both perfect. Perfect for
Mm.
me, perfect for Jen.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I like what you brought in there. I hadn't got to the self, but certainly that visualizing your best self and just linking that back to that dream, you know, that dream stage of really just imagining and I would really again encourage you to as well as do that dream stage, but just visualize, you know, visualize your best self. Visualize what would you be wearing, you know, what would be the smells around you, what sort of foods. Really put yourself in there and tap into all of those different senses so that you can really you can really feel that if feeling is one of your core one of your core senses. So I definitely think that's really important. Um, for some of you who might not know, I do NLP, and in that NLP, so if I go like this, NLP, neuro linguistic programming. Sorry, so it's about so the key thing with NLP really is similar to like visualization, but actually how you use your mind and your language to program, basically reprogram bits that have been a bit distorted. So when I go like this, rub my finger and thumb, I've anchored something in there, which just automatically just gives me that confidence because I've visualized this, you know, visualized something particular that so when if I get a little bit nervous with things, I can just go like this and tap into that, visualizing that sort of perfect great self. So it's powerful for us to get that visualization of what your optimist self would look like.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's actually just making me think of something that I thought about doing, but I haven't done, but I will do. So, thinking about doing like a guided visualization. I was about to say
Oh,
meditation,
yeah.
but it's not really a meditation. It's like guided visualization that can help people when they're going through the process to have conversations with their future self.
Absolutely beautiful.
I think that
100%.
that's something
Yeah.
I need to record. Oh, another thing for the list, but that's fine.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and I'm happy to be part of that. So, um, one of my other skills that is I do hypnotherapy. I haven't done it for a long time, and you know, for those of you who know me, I talk quite fast. But when I'm in my hypnotherapy, I really slow myself down and then talk at that pace. And one of the key things with that hypnotherapy is going. I did a bit of it on one of our master classes, going into your safe, what do I call it? Your safe space or perfect space. I can't remember the word that I used there. But again, what you described there, Nadine, with one of the particular exercises, you visualize yourself and you go into that, when you're actually you're looking down at yourself and visualizing yourself. So that is a really, really a powerful visualization if we were to do that.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I really, and then again, what are when so you're looking down at yourself from your optimist self, looking down at yourself. So let's just say 5 years' time. So in 5 years' time, I'm looking down at myself today. What am I saying to myself today? What do I need to say to myself to get me to that place? All of that good stuff. Yeah, you can tell I really, now I'm like, oh yeah, I've done that for a while. I liking that. I liking
You
that.
know what? If myself 5 years from now was looking down on me and right now, like looking down on the both of us as we're recording this, myself from 5 years in 5 years' time is gonna say to me, keep going, and she would absolutely swear and say, you've got no fucking idea what is coming, and you're gonna fucking love it. That's
And
what she
actually,
says
wow,
to me.
wow. Let me share. So mine would be, they like that. Mine would be saying, so he's looking at it and saying all that worrying. So for those of you who have felt the pain that Paul, Nadine, and Katrina have had to had to experience with um, my imposter really around social media, and that I can't do social media. What my self be saying is, look at that, look what you've achieved when you said you couldn't do social media, and look at you now. So that's what, yeah, I know that that's definitely one of the many things, and yeah, and that actually, and I've been really honest in terms of this going through this SAVI journey. What it's done for me this year, it's just unblocked lots of yeah, lots of things, and given me more energy. It's made me do a lot of reflection, and sometimes at times, particularly when we was doing the discover stage with some of those headings there was a few there I thought, oh, I can't do that one yet, I'm not ready for that yet. And I hadn't realized that until I saw some of those headings. I know that I'll be going back to them because I'm in a different place then to revisit them. So yeah, again, my higher self would say how important this process has been, and look at you now. Look at you now. This would be me in the beach, on my beach, you see, looking down at me in my house here.
Yeah.
Ah. So I hope that so you've gone through all of the stages, you've done your doing. So I guess what would be, I suppose the next thing really is putting all of that into how you're going to do your little check-ins and how you're going to plan, how you're going to record and note those achievements and the lessons and your plans. So that's where we want to encourage you now, is how you develop your monthly check-in and holding yourself accountable to your sort of overarching plan. So can you believe that we're in September? So you've got 3 months left of this year, but that's, not long, but yet still plenty of time for you to get some of those things that you've just been thinking about all year. And it's funny, actually, I was talking to somebody the other day and they went, oh, I can't believe it's September and I still haven't done X, Y, Z. You haven't got a plan, that's why. And you haven't got anybody holding you accountable. So I would say for yourself, for anybody watching here, if you're feeling a little bit like that, yeah. You've still got 3 months. We've still got quarter four, from September, October, November. 4 months. So there you go. Look, you give yourself an extra month. 4 months, that's plenty of time. Plenty of time. 16 weeks, yeah. You can break that down. It's a little 4-week cycle, yeah. You've got four-week cycle to get something off your personal development plan, get something ticked um, off your list.
Most definitely. When you say it like that, my gosh. I saw someone had posted about there's 18 Fridays to Christmas. And I was like, huh.
Oh,
And then there was saw a post like, it's the 1st of September next week, and basically get your Halloween sorted if you celebrate. Start buying your Christmas presents and Happy New Year. I was like, yeah, it's probably gonna go that quickly.
yeah, yeah.
It's
You
gonna
know,
go just that quickly because it just feels like, wow.
yeah. And they do say that as you get older, things get time seem to go quicker. And whether that's true or not, but certainly what I definitely know that actually you have to grab those opportunities, and because they just going to time will just sort of go and they just stay on your to-do list. And I've got testament to things that have been on my to-do list for a long time. They're off now, many of them, some of them are off, but
Absolutely.
are some still on there. They
Yeah.
won't be on there now because now that I'm in a different place. So yes, so I definitely really hope that going through that savvy process. Well, I didn't hope. I know. There's. I generally. And even if we hope you go through it with your intention. But if you just you go through that and start working through those processes, working through those stages, you will achieve. You'll be on that journey to being your sort of optimist self.
100%. I love Christmas, so I see Lashante's put in here about need to put up the tree. As soon as I can put up a tree because I love Christmas. It's like the best time of the year. Also, my birthday's in December, so I guess I should love Christmas. But yeah, I think there's definitely something about, for those of you that are now in the room, comment the word workbook and we will get you the Very Intentional People free workbook. You'll be able to download it. It will show you how to go through the SAVI process. If you want it in more detail, you can pre-order my book, which is called Social Work is Not Self-Harm. It is currently £13 until Sunday. As of Monday, it's going to retail price of $17.99. So if you want to get it in quick, then you can comment book. Look at me, book
Good.
workbook. Comment book, and you will get the link to get the book for £13, but literally only until Sunday, so you've got to be quick.
Wow.
And it will take you through the whole of the Savvy journey with exercises. You'll get access to a library when the book goes live and is released. Lashante, let me know if you get it.
Brilliant.
Because if you don't, then thumbs up with the automations. So, but anyway, when you so when you purchase the book, you will get access on the 1st of September to the library, so that you can get all of the additional resources that go alongside the book. I was talking earlier about the audio, so that will be something that will go into the additional resources that will help you to do a guided visualization. So if you're somebody like me, actually, who is a bit like, I have to really think about stuff before I can visualize it. Like I
Mm,
literally have to say, all right, I'm going to walk into the house and I'm seeing this person and I'm seeing the kitchen and it looks like I literally have to say those things in my head. My brain doesn't work with
mm,
just journeying through. So I find guided visualizations quite helpful. So if you are if that's good, those types of resources will be available. Also, when on the 1st of September, what will also happen is that I'm going to open up the community, which is free for anybody who
mm,
pre-orders or purchases the book once it's released in October. And in there, we're going to share resources. We're going to have a community of social workers who believe that social work is not self-harm, and that we are going from our personal awareness to professional excellence and sharing lots of gems, learning, building community, and all of that good stuff. You will also get a sneak preview of the manifesto that is in the book. And as a little bit of a sneak preview, in this book, there is a section 47 for social workers. Just And I'm saying no more about it. You've got to buy the book. But it's what a Section 47 could look like if you were a social worker. And those of you that are in children's social care, you probably know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about and you're not working in children's social care, a Section 47 is a urgent inquiry to when there is a concern about a child or or child or children or young people, and that's when we have a meeting. We discuss everything that's happened, what's in the referral, what's the good, the bad, the ugly, and make a decision about whether or not we need to go in with the police, for example. But I have changed that up so it is a Section 47 for social workers. So
So,
some of the things in there in maybe that, you know, you've not eaten lunch for the 50th time in a row, 50th day in a row. You've not taken your annual leave because you're working. You keep telling your family, oh, I just need to do this piece of work before I can come and watch that movie, or I can leave, or I can come and enjoy the party. You just need to do something else. If you're living in the just trap, you're living with career self-harm, this book is going to help you to overcome it. So,
so is that about neglect? And I guess it's, do we need to remove you? Do you need to remove yourself?
you know what? I didn't even put that in, boy. Maybe I need to add that in. That is a good point.
Mm,
That is a good point. But we do
mm,
know that so many social workers are leaving social work
mm.
because it is unrelenting. It can be, as much as we get to do some beautiful,
Absolutely, absolutely
beautiful,
beautiful.
beautiful work that is not ever publicized because,
100%.
you know, why would you? Why would you talk about amazing work that social workers get to do? We just demonize them. They're all just taking people's
100%.
children away. But we do get to do some beautiful work with families. But that also comes with, you know, the stress, the KPIs that we have to kind of live and work by, ensuring things are done. If it's not written, it's not done. All of those languages, all of that language that we keep hearing. So it can be quite unrelenting. And it is about helping us to appreciate that right now social work isn't going to change right now. It's changing. It
Change
has
it.
to. There's too many of us. I mean, there's a disruptors. I think Nana may still be in here, but there is a disruptors event that's happening on the 13th of September. You know, if I would absolutely be there if I wasn't in the States delivering to the Black girls in social work.
Same.
But there is so many people in social work that we're just fed up and we're
No,
like,
okay, this
listen,
not good.
love the job, love the work, love the job, don't like the bureaucracy, don't like, you know, the nonsense that comes down from senior management at times because it just doesn't help.
Mm,
You know, you need to look after your staff as well as so that your staff can look after the families and the communities
mm,
that we're working
mm,
with.
mm.
But you know what? I could go on and ramble about this forever because clearly I've just written a book about it, right? So, and we are over time.
Here we are.
We are
We
over
are, we are.
time, but thank
Oh,
you guys
thank
for
you.
listening. I know some of you guys came in a bit later, so I am literally gonna, you know, add my comments to this and put it up. So if you want to catch the first part, then feel free.
And I just want
But
to say
yeah,
thank you to those who put the comments in, and I'm loving everyone, those who have put in book. Once somebody put, I want the book, I want the workbook, I love it, I want it all. Beautiful, thank you. It's good. That's the right attitude to have there.
absolutely,
So yeah, Joe, you know, I know that you've heard from the dean, but please, you know, do plug not just yourselves. Obviously, if you share that with your colleagues, with friends, please let them know this. You know, this to get a workbook free, absolutely free. You know, that is so generous. Um, and again, those reduced prices up until Sunday.
Sunday.
So perfect, good stuff. Happy days.
All right, intentional people, we're out for another Wednesday,
Have
and
a Wednesday.
see you next week or
See you next week.
beforehand.
Workbook two, please. Okay, right, PhD with a cup of
Yes,
tea. Good stuff.
most definitely, most definitely. All right,
All right.
gorgeous people, I'm out. I'm going to my bed.
Stay blessed. No
Right,
stress. All the best. Thank you.
bye.
Bye. Bye. You're gonna end.